these are 10 ways to make AI your ultimate marketing partner. So number one is, let's say you log into like a Perplexity, you want to get better at marketing, or let's say you have a client, just use this prompt. Suggest the top 5 marketing channels to promote product/service to a target audience. Include why each channel is effective. That's one way of using AI to become your ultimate AI partner or business partner.
Cool. Another prompt for you guys. I like taking popular ads that competitors ran and spit it into ChatGPT and have them come up with variations of the script. You can try all the other AI platforms out there. I've trusted them all. ChatGPT works the best to come up with variations that aren't identical and they're standalone, but they're very similar. Similar enough from a concept-wise on why they work, but they're different enough where you're not copying them.
Number 3 is a target audience profiler. So you can just tell the AI it's a marketing strategist and to create a detailed profile of my target audience for product/service, including demographics, pain points, and buying motivations.
A prompt that I use is I like having them read articles that I've written, and then I will then prompt them to create an article based on a topic that I give them. And I tell them what I want the topic to be on. I then tell them about the 2 or 3 key points that I want them to discuss within that blog article. I then tell them my ideal customer profile, and I tell them what I do not want to discuss. And I make sure I let them know to mention my company or product and service at least once or twice, so that way I have a CTA and that blog post can drive conversions as well.
Number 5, when's the last time you sat in a crappy meeting?
I don't know, 2 months ago.
Okay, so 2 months ago. All right. So you would like that time back, right?
Sure.
Okay. So we have Gong. It's our sales intelligence tool, but we have it sit in all of our internal meetings too. Yesterday, I decided to randomly pop into one of our meetings, right? Our team meetings. And I was like, man, there's a call recorder in there. I'm like, man, this meeting kind of sucks. And so at the end of it, I took the transcript because Gong has a transcript and I dumped it into ChatGPT. But here's a prompt that you can use for anything. I highly recommend this could be for personal as well. I said, hey, I'm trying to do this thing right now. I'm trying to improve this meeting. But before you give me suggestions, ask me one clarifying question at a time before you make the suggestion. And then it's thinking, right? And then it gives me a fully detailed response and it rates the meeting and everything and it gives the reasons and like, here's what we should do. And I just take that, I send it to my team. Say, hey guys, this is not on me, guys. This is very objective. This is AI coming up with this, okay? Here's how it scores your meeting. And then everyone's like, oh my God, thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the feedback, right? But it's cool too because you can use it for personal things too. Because the way most people use ChatGPT is you think you can ask it one question and give it no context and expect it to think for you. Like it can read your mind. It can't do that.
No. A prompt that I love using is for infographics. A lot of times when people create infographics, they're using their own data or they're doing research and gathering data from the web. So you go and gather data from the web, you input it into ChatGPT, you have it tell you the interesting data points and to create a story from those data points. You now have an organized story filled with data. You have to double check it because it's not perfect, but it's a good start. And now you have a format of how you can represent the data, and then you can use Canva's infographic templates to go create an infographic from it.
Yeah, I've been looking at some M&A deals and they'll send you their data room or they'll send you their financials and things like that, right? I'll make a project in Claude and I'll put the documents in there and I'll say, okay, you're an M&A expert. Okay, let's calculate different ways of structuring this deal. Also, is this a deal, a winner or a loser? And recently, one of these was like, I didn't even need to tell what was wrong with the company, but it was like client concentration is too high. It's been declining for the last 3 years or so. I'm like, okay, well then we can't use because it had recommended a standard deal structure. I was like, we can't do that structure. The only structure we can do is if we take the business off their hands and whatever profit there is, we can give them a share of the profit until we hit this number. That's all we can do. If not, then sayonara, right? But that's one example of it using it to brainstorm more complex strategies. If you're in B2B, here's the deal. LinkedIn account-based marketing sucks, but it doesn't have to. With Carrot, it allows you to create personalized ads towards your customers and also personalized landing pages that align with the ads so you're gonna have higher conversions and influence pipeline reporting to prove that your ABM works. So if you want to learn more, just go to carrot.ai and you can join the waitlist. Again, it's carrot, KARROT.ai, and we'll see you on the other side.
Another thing that you can do with AI is go to Google Search Console, look for all your pages that have decreased in traffic year over year. From there, you want to look at the keywords that have dropped in rankings because you can click on the page within Google Search Console. You then Google for those terms. You see what the other people are doing that you're not. Or you can just take those URLs and you can ask ChatGPT to cover the stuff that you haven't covered in the article. What I tend to do is I actually like reading those articles and seeing what the differences are. And then I'll put that into a prompt and say, hey, here's my article. Also add in, and then give them the topics that I want them to cover within the article, and they'll blend it in. It's a great way to update your content. And we find that updating content is a great way to increase traffic.
So funny enough, when I record my vlog, my little vlog over there, I walk through the Century City Mall in LA, and they're always playing music that's copyrighted. And so whenever I publish it to YouTube, I get a copyright strike on it. Now, the cool thing is 11 Labs, they have a lot of these features. One of them I use is called a voice isolator. And it just takes my voice and it isolates everything else out, right? And then you can just take it and put it over your video. So that's an interesting feature that's been great for us.
Cool. The last one, because we said we'll give you 10, and I think we're at 10. What I love doing is you go into your Google Analytics, you see all the countries that you get traffic from that aren't predominantly English-speaking countries. And you go look at those countries, their GDP, see if you can sell your products there, see if there would be a demand or your services there, software, whatever you're selling. And what I like doing is taking my most popular articles that are driving conversions, and I have ChatGPT go or any AI solution to convert them into that country's language. You can use hreflang. You then have a person within that country review it just to make sure it's accurate and they put in the right keywords automatically and all that kind of good stuff. You can now have translated your site much more quickly, scale it up, and then you go build links throughout that region. And what you'll find is you'll get tons and tons of international traffic over time.
We'll give you guys a bonus. I hope to God that by the end of 2025, all the stuff we just talked about, we can just have an agent doing all this stuff for us, because we just need more manpower. That's all. Goodbye, guys. That's it for today.